I once lost a 3D project specifically because I was not charging enough, and I was not off by just a little. The whole story started when I was approached by a friend of mine. She worked at an agency, and they had a project coming, and yeah, we were a good fit for that. So she asked me to put out an offer. I looked at the project. It was a decent sized project that would have taken like a few weeks of work. So the typical medium sized CG project, I estimated this to be around 18 to 20,000 euros worth of work. So I took the safe route and was offering 23, or was thinking of offering 23. I told her this because we knew each other, and she was hinting at, up that price a bit. I was thinking, okay. And the bit was a bit overpronounced, so I knew I need to up that price by a lot. I knew that this client was in a higher league, but honestly, I had no idea how much higher. And so I was thinking, why not be brave here and almost double it? So I put out an offer over 43,000 euros on a project where I knew we could, with a good profit margin, deliver it for 18 to 23,000. 23 worst case with more revisions, 18 best case. And now I offered 43, and it did feel like way too much. Thinking, no, was this the right decision? What if I now lose it because the price is too high? And then a few weeks just went by, and I was getting more nervous because 43,000, a lot of money. And then the call came that I didn't expect. They did not believe that we could deliver it for such a low price. So we were out of the game, because the next cheap offer was over 60,000. So we were still off by 20,000 euros. A project I could have offered for 20K, making a profit. And the next cheap competition was offering 60K on this. And yeah, this price, this low price with the 40 I then offered, was still, it was too low for the client to really believe that we could deliver on it. Because if you compare it to an offer of 60K and one of 70 and one of like 70 something, yeah, we were way off and way too low. So he did not trust that number, which shows that no matter how much you think you should charge, there are always people out there charging way more and getting the gig because of that. So you're most likely undercharging. Believe me this. You are most likely undercharging. When you get every gig, you will definitely know that you are undercharging. And it's stories like that then kept me thinking, and I tested higher and higher pricings, and I would not get as many no's due to pricing as I thought before. So this really revealed the power of a high price in terms of positioning, because the higher the price tag, the more assumed quality the work has. And this is the value positioning in itself. This is what people talk about when they tell you should position on value and not just on price. Positioning on a high price is not a price positioning, but a value positioning. The moment your price is very high, the underlying message is, here comes huge value. Of course, you need to then back this up with a good value proposition. But a good value proposition and then a low price is not believable. A good value proposition, to be really believable, needs a high price, and higher than you most likely think. So the topic of pricing is obviously a complex one, and also the topic of a value proposition. How do I define value? If you want help with this, I run a community. Link will be down below. In this community, we talk about exactly those things, like how to position yourself correctly, how to get the clients that are looking for the value and not for the cheapest price. Because in today's time, people who just sell by price will be outsold by someone cheaper. You will always lose the circle. So you need a good value proposition, and you need to find those clients that are willing to pay the good buck. And yeah, they are rare, and it's harder to get them. It needs more skill to position yourself for those clients. But because it needs more skill, not everyone can do it. And this is the value in itself. It's supply and demand. If everyone could provide this value and formulate the value correctly and find those clients, then they would have enough supply. So the price would shrink. So yeah, you need to do the thing that is work to have something people are willing to pay good amounts of money for. As I said, we talk about this in the community. We have regular video calls where you get direct support on this. We run video courses. You get full support, mentorship level on everything. Link down below. Would be happy to see you in the community. And I would also be glad if you leave a subscription here on the channel and follow for more updates. Ring the bell, you know the deal. Like the video, share it with people who might get benefit from this story and hearing this example of way undercharging. See you on the next one.